With that, we still have to make a throne room. Before we do the sanctum thing, which I'm absolutely not going to forget this time because I do not want to have to do that again, especially if it's random every time. Oh man, that would suck. Actually, that'd be kind of fun. I don't know. Either way, just in case, we have to, I can't forget this one, like I did with the music room. So, we're going to go to the showroom and build and see if maybe a throne room appears. If it doesn't, oh well, but... Also, I do have 159 coins. That enough? No. Opens all normal doors. Buy. Chronograph. Oh, you're kidding me. Give me 1 coin. I need to try to keep going and get some money. There is a casino. I could gamble. Or you could give me 1 coin right here. Yeah, there we go. Can I make... I have a mailroom. I have 1 new mail, 2 new mail. Oh no. Standard. Den's already commonplace. I'd keep that commonplace. Boudoir. Standard. Vault. Vault should come up a little more often. Awesome. It is a dead end though, so... Oh, come on. Come on. Give me the throne room. No. No, we go again. Shit. We go again. Well. No luck. At least I have somewhere to end. That's good to know. Damn it. How rare is it? I have a solarium. Shouldn't that make this happen more often? Okay, well, still no throne room. Or the... what's the other one? Closed exhibit. Haven't seen that at all either. We're gonna go back. Oh, I'm gonna buy this first. Trophy of Wealth? Oh, you're kidding me. You have to buy it? You have to buy it! Please do not move. Stay. Stay there. I have no way to make money, though. I have 1 coin. Nope. Nope. Okay. There goes my chance of getting 200. It wasn't gonna happen. It wasn't gonna happen. Okay, let's go turn in the key. Damn it. Oh, after the letter. Which is after this one. This is the new one. Simon, just in case it wasn't explicit in the emails, I decided to contact DC Power directly and get some additional usage instructions for the VAC system they installed. This information is actually as much for me as it is for you, as I often spend 10 minutes in the utility closet just pressing random buttons until they coming up with the desired result. But I rarely understand exactly how it is I get there. I know exactly how it works, so... After half an hour on hold, I finally got to speak with a technician who personally designed the system and compiled a list of helpful operating instructions. I'll add that material on a separate sheet I'll include with this letter. As always, hope this helps. Randolph. I mean, I'll take a picture and I'll magnify this. But... we know how this works. We've already done this. 5 of a 6 indicators. Press the 6. We'll always sync it up with the other 5. All lights are green. Pressing any of them turns blue. If all lights are purple, press any of them to turn white. Press blue indicator. We'll turn it off and flip both the neighbors to blue. Yeah. Okay. That letter was not super helpful at this point in the game, but someone out there it's going to help. It's just I spent extra time sorting out how that works beforehand, so it wasn't going to help me no matter what. Bam. Only one key left after. Okay, this is Morajai, I believe. Yeah. Do we know anything about that besides the turtles? Oh, wait, no. Vera's the turtles. We know naval. Naval moat. Naval travel. Naval travel. We actually don't know the moat at all. Ah, damn it. We can't do anything about you. Oh. Okay, I really wonder if some of these are going to be a process of elimination. You can see from here the ones that I've done. They truly could... You could eliminate some by just eliminating yellow, red, and black here. You're down to 5 colors. And you only need technically everything... You only need the weather, moat, and color, and you can just guess on the transportation until it works. And then the more you eliminate, the less colors you'll have to go through. So I feel like maybe at least one of these just you won't know the color, but it'll be the last one in the book. What one was this? Nuance. Also, the stamps are not indicative indicative of the color, so I don't know if that one's even green at this point. Because Arch Aries was yellow, and that was clearly not yellow on the stamp, so... Oh, there it is. You know what? Let's just see if the slab actually makes sense. There it is. Poetic. See, we don't know the transportation. We do know the weather is heat, though. I think that's heat. We also know... Pink. Where's pink? That's pink. Which one was camel? Okay, straight line. Straight line. And then go back to pink. Why does that have to shift to that one? Okay, try it. No. And wavy line is... Wavy line is heat. Maybe poetic. Oh, wait. Yeah. If I'm thinking that it's violet for a Raja, then this doesn't add up. This is another place entirely. Oh, yeah. That doesn't work out at all. Where else would it be, though? Kararika is kind of, Vera, maybe. Turtles. Island life though, deserts probably not super likely. It could be either Nuance or Vera though. Vera's the only one we don't have. I put poetic. So it's not you. I bet this is the poetic one though. Which one would be all of these though? Spiritual is like in line with nature. So probably Vera over Nuance. Vera's the no. Vera, what shape is Vera? The puzzle piece. Okay, yeah, Vera's this door. Shit. The only one we can't test then. Damn, that's the only one I actually think that I could probably figure out. Right, this is the one that I thought was going to be violet and poetic, because those are in the same stone, but we don't know their transportation or anything, but it did... The place still looked deserty. Strong focus on advancement of arts, writing, music, and language. Yeah, spiritual is 100% Vera. Nature, animals, and the forces that guide us, they're riding turtles. It's gotta be that. The falling snow thing is interesting. We do have a stamp with snow on it, but it's got like a northern the northern down arrows repeatedly, which could just stand for Karorica. It is a big continent that goes from north to south. Snow would be a common occurrence. Maybe we know rainy. Wait. Araja is rainy. Rainy, violet, poetic. Oh my god. Rainy, poetic, we don't know your transportation. What are our options? I think it's highly likely they're either camel or horseback. That one. They don't go by horseback if that's the case. No. Do I have this set to... I have it set to rainy, violet, poetic. What is this one? Not turtleback. I'm going to try roads and trails. Roads, yeah. There we go. No crossroads for you. Bam. It worked! Hold on. Are you telling me all three of them just had locomotion? I should have known that. The history book literally says that. I just figured that they all had a different transportation system, but no, they were all connected by a railway. Even though they chopped up the railway in Fen Ares, all three of them have a railway, but Fen Ares decided, screw it, we don't need trains or anything. We're doing crossroads, carriages. Oh, but the other two would keep their... Okay. Okay. Obviously, poetic was quite clear. We got rainy from the stamp. Violet was a complete just... I don't know. A vibe from seeing certain things that were Arajan. With a colored background violet. All right. At least we got that one before I'm taking a break. Oh, you literally are known for your trains, I guess. Huh, I thought for sure this was a deserty area, but I guess not. First Araja. Hawamdo. This is a different stamp. No. Interesting. Me, before I even read it, I'm just gonna... Okay. I was a little disappointed that there has been not a drop of rain during my time here, as every Arajan story I've ever heard has begun with rain. I suppose the anecdotes I make on this trip will have to do without that flavorful setting. However, even without the rain, the puddles and ponds that dot the countryside make this place feel different than home. Lorja Yena, Ajlor Lune. Word something. Yena was used somewhere. It's the name of the royalty bust. Ajlor. I don't remember. Well, I'll double check these later. I don't know what Lorja Yena is. Yena's clearly not a person. It's a word. It's just a normal word in Arajan. It's got two N's in it, which means it's probably like the rest of the stuff in Eclipse. This one doesn't say where he's going or where he's been. But we know that he probably headed here first. Because the other note. The Arindian note. The puzzle boxes of Morajai spread to Araja not through the port towns as they had in other realms, but by train routes from the north. When violet tiles were introduced, they were created as a simple reflection of the variation, first introduced by Arch Ares some years earlier. Violet tiles move south. Gotcha. So there's legitimate lore reasons why these tiles move the way they do. That's kind of crazy. Pressing this turns you red. Red does nothing, though. There's no reason to have red unless you just don't want to have a black. Yeah. Red. Why? How do we get rid of this red? Get out of here, red. Red's only purpose is to consume black. All right, you only move up. You move south, so I'd want to get... What do I want to get north? The green. There we go. South. Now that the green is north, I can swap. Then I want to move you north. Wait, that's not right. Shit, I hit the red. I thought you only moved north. You only move south. You only move north. God damn it. I already confused myself. Okay, this is very easy. It's very easy. I just don't know what I'm doing. Well, now they're all here. This technically works out. As long as I don't have you there, I should be able to just hit down. And then... Oh, thank God. There we go. Second hardest puzzle. That one was awkward. It's the stupid red in the middle. It could have been any color or no color and it would have been fine. But red's like, haha, if you accidentally press me, then you're screwed. Okay, with that we have these. These are all done. And I'm fully in the belief that the colors are not reused. I don't know if this is green, actually. Don't know if this... Actually, that's from the dorm, though. That might be okay. Color-wise. This one was blue, but that's not a color. You both can't be orange. I won't allow it. Vera White? Let me just get rid of stamp and say complete guess. Oh, we're missing pink. Vera is probably, more than likely, pink, heat, spiritual. Pink, heat, spiritual. I don't know for sure. It's one of them is pink, heat, spiritual, because all three are on a slab that's broken, but I don't know which one. I'm gonna end this session and do some editing, and then we'll continue this. Probably finish up the sigil puzzle if we're lucky. Hopefully find the throne room. I don't know what's gonna be left after that. Oh my God, they're on the floor. Oh. Well, that would have saved me some running in there and checking repeatedly. Okay, they're on the floor. Good to know. Ovin Navarre. All right. We're back for session 6, which is going to be entirely different than everything before. My intro to it, because we are now on PC. I had a few days where I noticed my allowance wasn't going up after I returned. Turns out I had a save bug, and I went to go look this up, and it wasn't fixed. It was something they were working on for PS5 specifically, where your save game, eventually it stops saving. It stops being able to save because of a memory issue or something, duplicating the file and not being able to... I don't know the details of it. It was a really strange save, and apparently it's fixed by now. But before it got fixed, I had to sit there for like a week, and I was like, I can't record. I can't progress or anything. I don't know when it's going to be fixed. So I bought the game on Steam, and I went through everything again. Everything. I have all the letters again. Foundation is moved over a little bit. I have all the... I open the same doors. I have all the keys done that we did before. Everything is the same, except I have 69 allowance, which is a lot more than I had before, I believe. So I have a little more allowance going on, but everything else should be nearly identical. The only thing is some of my rooms that I chose to upgrade had different options. Specifically, this one. Or wait, no. Yeah, the one with the animal upgrade, I don't remember what it was, but the one with the animal... If you have animals nearby, do something. That wasn't in the list, apparently. So I decided to make the gardener happy, Nagula, and got Rhina. So we have that as a different thing. I also haven't found... Where are you, spare room? I haven't found the thing, an upgrade disc that gives me the spare... ladies' chambers that we had before. So I don't have that. Also, apparently the billiard one came up, so I decided to get pool hall. It adds all these to the draft pool. I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, so mostly everything's the same. Going through this list, I don't see too much different stuff. I got the Starfish Aquarium again. I actually drained that too, and I need to go into a little bit of catch up here that went on between me switching, because getting to play the game again up to this point has led me to see information twice and I took screenshots of literally everything. I have huge folder, right here, huge folder. I added literally text or folders for every little thing. For the red letters, I added a picture for every red letter. The attic, like every single place we went, I took a picture of all of the clues in that room so that I have quick access to them. This took forever, but it let me look at everything again, which I figured might help us with some puzzles going forward. And it certainly did. It certainly made the sigils make a lot more sense. I also have all the books, so if we ever need to check for new clue information, which I had a talk with my friend, I'm gonna go over that later. But if we ever need to discuss anything in here or look at them, I don't have to rent the book again. I have all of the information here, unless we need a magnifying glass. Because I got to be honest, it gets pretty crunchy. It gets pretty crunchy when you're zoomed in. So yeah, if I need a magnifying glass, we'll go over that. But yeah, so I got all of that out of the way, and it let me see everything through new eyes, which I'll discuss in a minute. But before that, everything that I did different, I'm about to show. Things that you didn't get to witness that I did that we didn't do in the main playthrough yet. One, I got farther with the darts in this playthrough than before. Quite a bit farther. To the point where I started seeing puzzles like these that had a lot more like square root stuff. I got some squiggly lines and kind of think I know what's going on with them. A little bit. I solved one and I had to reverse engineer it because I couldn't figure it out, and I just gave up and started clicking every number on the board. And eventually, when I got it, I reset the puzzle and just tried to figure out how it led to that answer. And a single squiggly line, I think, is rounding, but I don't quite know how it works. I don't know. We have to go back to the classroom anyway, so I'm going to figure that out eventually. Either way, this has been updated. There's a lot of much more complicated math puzzles in here. I also picked up new blessings, berry picker, while drafting inside. Instead of picking a floor plan, you can pick a berry, and you get three of these. If you do draft a floor plan at random from your draft pool, disregarding rarity. I wrote down how much it cost, but I don't remember what it was. So yeah, I got that one. You can use 3 random berries per day, which is pretty nice. I also got Blessing of the General. After you draft a red room, if you have at least 5 different ranks containing red rooms, gain 5 diamonds. Not a very good one. I don't like the idea of this. It's like, not only do you have to make a bunch of red rooms, you have to have them like in different ranks. So for 5 diamonds, I don't like this one. Okay, and then I drained the aquarium, and I was looking through it, and I thought about recording, but I couldn't get anything set up yet. And this is immediately what I noticed when I got here. There's an X in what looks like the grill in the patio. So I had to take a picture of this to show it off. I looked at all of the other parts of the aquarium, and nothing significant really popped out. But that X stands out. So we're going to look into that at some point. I also opened all the lockers in the locker room, one at a time. I got a ton of keys and just kept going back and opening them. I don't know what this means, but we have it. It's a letter that was in the locker room. So Kirk Darren is a pseudonym. And that's written in there. Also in the locker room, I found a math worksheet with this, which I don't know what this means. But it does kind of look like it's about to be vertical line text. So I'm wondering if we need to find the bottom half somewhere of a math worksheet and put that together, because that would be cool. I don't know what 6 or O would be. So yeah, that was in the locker room as well. Clue potential, I kind of didn't... Potential clue. Oh, I reread the dormitory drafting strategy, which is drafting strategy 2. And at the bottom, it says why it is found hidden in the floor plans of our youth, which I find very interesting on second read. I know it's kind of just referencing this, But that just makes a lot of sense to me, and I kind of want to look through our actual floor plans at the nursery, the bunk room, all the floor plans of the youth, and see if anything stands out as a clue there. I don't know what it would do or even what to look for, but yeah, that was a potential clue I noticed. Then there's the pool hall that I added, which thank God I at least put that note in here. It's quite helpful. Quite helpful to have a second foyer and a second secret passage, because secret passage has been very helpful for grinding out specific types of rooms, especially when you have dice on you. Ah, okay, the tunnel science map. So I had a tunnel right here. I don't know why I ended up with this, but I was like, wait, what happens if I tunnel forward? There's no room to go into. None of the other rooms have ever been able to point out, so I decided to try it. And there was a Morjai box there, which I found fascinating because it let me learn Kororika. Kororika, you could tell the colors. I did this puzzle and I immediately understood how we learn the colors for all of the realms. Orange is Kororika, and you can see them on the edge. That's how you know for sure that that's their color. And then I found the Solarium puzzle, which only activated when everything was green. We know all of the colors, and there's a slab for pink in this room. So we know everything about Vera now, except for maybe transportation. No, we do. We know Turtleback. Oh, yeah. I forgot I did this. I don't know how this happened, to be honest. But I went into the boudoir, and there was a Christmas tree and a bunch of presents, which come with dice, some gems, and the keys. I did make a mental note of this. I'm on rank 8 here. Oh, can't. That way. I'm on rank 8, so I thought maybe it was a rank 8 thing, but I think I tested this again, and it didn't happen. So I wonder if I spawned the boudoir on December 25th on accident. Somehow. I don't know. I don't know what day I did this. I can go back and check, of course, but I found that interesting. And then I did the weight room, and I didn't actually expect any notes in here or any puzzle or anything. Or not puzzle, but clues in the weight room. But it turns out it wasn't just a lever. There was some stuff in here. The destruction of structural elements of the house, like walls, is not permanent and will reset every few days. This is not handwritten, so obviously this is a lie. But yeah, I found that red note in here. And then this. The top left half of that map, which I do want to put together because we have a message here. The 8th and to art, and I'm pretty sure the other one says gel, which gave me a little bit of a, maybe we need to know more about these angels. I'm going to put that one together in a minute here, but let's go through the rest. Oh, did I mark them backwards? This is what you were supposed to see first. I marked them backwards. Yeah, so behind the punching bag, there's a breakable. And that is all of that. All right, give me a minute. Okay, I have, GIMP up because it's so good. I'm going to throw you in here. And you in here. I mean, we don't really need to put these together for this. Like, I really don't think you need to. I'm just going to, like, randomly cut that. And then move you over. Yeah, this was unnecessary, but still. The 8th angel points to our dreams. What is the 8th angel? That is the question that immediately comes to my mind after seeing the 8th and then this. Because the chapel only has 7, right? Our dreams? I don't know. But I need to save you now. One sec. All right. That is saved. So we have that information. Is there anything else I really need to show? Like, I got everything caught back up to the point where we should be able to just go. Oh, the sigils, of course. I have my notes. Oh, there's no point in taking... Well, it's fine. So, on my notes, I have some things that have been updated here. I have to go grab the throne room again. I purposely didn't pick up the floor plan for it, because if I accidentally got it and had to go in, that would have sucked. The closed exhibit has accidentally showed up for me a few times already. I haven't gone in. I refuse to go in. But I've had a few dark rooms where I was just like, all right, whatever this is, spawn it. And it ended up being the closed exhibit. And I'm like, oh, that looks interesting. Can't go in. Not yet. So I haven't been in there yet. Where is room 8? We haven't seen room 8 yet. And I've played through the game twice, and it's still a mystery back there. Don't know where room 8 is. The vestibule, I have actually spawned that and went through because I was locked out and it was a hallway, so I'm like, it's not super big deal. Turns out it really is just a hallway. There was nothing going on. It locks one of the doors every time you go in, so you have to use a key sometimes, but there was no lore or anything in there, so nothing really to look at for that. I need to keep something up. Gallery room, still mystery. We have part of this puzzle. We're gonna figure it out today for sure. The 9th grade for the classroom, we're still working on. I have axed the classroom again, so it should be no gem cost, and I could hopefully get it if we ever get a schoolhouse. Still haven't read Drafting Strategy 5, and I did so many experiments that I'm pretty sure every mail in the game. There's no way. Like, it's backed up to the wall, and I haven't read any of them yet. I've been saving them, so we have a ton of mail to read. And then I was talking to my friend. I talked to my friend a little bit about blueprints in general. There were a few things that I had... I was just ready to just give up on. One thing that we mentioned... Obviously, he mentioned this. He mentioned that he used an experiment to spread dirt in the driveway, and that it ended up in the conference room. And I'm just curious to see what that looks like. So we're definitely going to do that at some point. But other than that, we talked about a new clue because I was ready to just be done with waiting on a certain puzzle, and that would be the XYZ ABC thing. And he didn't actually give me anything. He's very good. He's like, you're going to solve it yourself. But he did give me a hint to try to help me along a little bit, because like I couldn't get on the right track no matter what I did. He pointed out the train metro map, and that the puzzles and the new clue go together. So I should be focusing on that a little bit. Like hold on, I'll show the picture. Okay, that would be this picture. He pointed out, because I was zoomed in right here, even through the fuzziness, he knew, and I was like, "What the hell? Like this makes no sense. What even is this? Like, how do you even go about this? I don't get it." And yeah, he didn't want me to spoil me or anything, but he said to just make sure to look at the rest of the notes on the desk, which means see all the signs and dead end major key. And after we went to the metro station, it finally clicked. Let me just pull up that too. It finally clicked that there's an X here at the beginning. There's no reason to have an X here if you already have "you are here" on the list. The X is on purpose. It's XYZ ABC. The X here is the first stop. There are 6 stops, and they end with a dead end. Dead end is C. So he didn't confirm it, obviously, because he's very good at he's definitely one of the Twitch smiley face people who just won't confirm. Thank God. But this definitely confirms it for me. This is X, this is Y, this is Z, this is A, B, C. You follow the route, and then you'd have that lined up for this. So X is 8, so you know it's the 8th word on page... Oh shit, I closed it. X, Y, Z, A. On the 10th page, it would be the 8th word. That is my guess at this on how that works. I have not tested it yet or looked at the books, but we do have access to all the books, so it wouldn't take long to figure it out. I do want to continue finishing this update really quick because this is getting very long. But the other thing we talked about is the gallery, and he mentioned that it was so nonsensical that he just looked it up. And then he figured out how you learn the information in game, and even then it was still nonsensical. So I'm not sure how to go about the gallery. I'm not considering looking it up, but he did say that finishing with the classrooms apparently gives you the clue. So apparently if we get to the final classroom, I'll get a clue to the gallery. And if we don't understand it at that point, I will look it up, because if it's that bad and nonsensical, then it's fine. We're basically towards the end of the me needing to be blind part for me mentally, wanting to do that. Okay, so back to where we were. He mentioned that, so that's what led to all that. We still have the suspect list. I still have no idea what it means. This is much less of a what for me now, but we still don't know any of the things yet. We'll do that soon. No idea on any of this yet, but we're going to finish these soon. I don't know how many upgrade discs I'm missing right now, but we're still missing the throne room key, so I'd like to get that before we go down and solve all of them. But speaking of that, there's nothing in here really that's different than usual. Nothing in the passwords that's different. Oh, this is a lie. I'm done. I've broken the wall. I also figured out the secret garden thing. I flipped all the levers to the east, and it showed another lever. So that's all you have to do. You point all the weather vanes at the wall to open the west lever, and point them away from the wall to get the east lever. Now, that happened on accident. I accidentally went one too far while I was coming back to it, and I'm like, all right, let's just try it. The rest is good. Right, I added a few of these to the list as well. Okay, Realm and Rune. To figure out this information, I wanted to make sure I pointed this out. We already did all of these, so that doesn't matter. The Morajai boxes, which I pointed out in the screenshots, did basically give away all of their color. The only one they didn't give away... Oh, I did find a Morajai. Yeah, right. White is the original color on there. So, yeah. At least I think it is. I don't remember how I found this on the Morajai box. We have had a Morajai puzzle, right? I'm pretty sure we did. I don't know. Either way, it's the only color left, too. It's white. I also realized it from the stamps as well. Speaking of stamp, there's only one stamp without a realm name, and I can go to that quick. There we go. So, I immediately tied this to Kararika, I believe. Yeah. Because we have Arch Ares, Araja, which is named Fen Ares, Morajai, and the reason I also believe it's white, it says the White Sea of Yor on the stamp itself. It's got the word white in it. I mean, that's further clue. We have Nuance, Arinda Ares, Vera. So we have all of them. The only one we don't have is one that says Kararika. So this is definitely Kararika, which means we know Kararika has snow. Because the weather here is very clearly snow. We already know Kararika's weather, or not transportation. We know Kararika's snow, and we know moats from academic because of the drafting strategy. The only thing we don't know is their transportation. So that one is going to be a gamble, and I just am going to assume probably horseback because they're in the snow. It wouldn't be camels, but it could be one. It could be anything. I don't know. I doubt it would be like trains or something. I don't know. But we're just gonna brute force that one at this point. Morajai, we know from the box and the stamp by my estimate. The transport, we don't know the weather or moats, but if I put unused things here, there are 2 weathers left that are unaccounted for, straight and windy. If I was gonna guess at nuance has aviation, so it's probably windy there, right? That would be my assumption. And then straight, normal, clear weather for Morajai simply because of that. We also haven't used tribal or agriculture. We don't know these 2. I don't know why nuance would ever be agriculture or tribal, though. I would assume agriculture if you had to use all the moats. But I don't know. It feels more industrial to me. So we might have to do a little brute forcing on that one as well. And we know everything about Verajai because of the slab combo and because of the box being pink. So I think we can solve most of it. We just need to find this throne room first. Here we go. Closed exhibit. I forgot the throne room after you pick up the draft plan. It doesn't appear till tomorrow, so I can't even get it today. But I got you. I also have Drafting Strategy 5 ready in the library, I believe. So we can read that too when I go back down there. I have 101 steps. Damn. Okay, so what is actually going on here? We got a puzzle. We got security guards. We got a note. Gotta move this down. Dearest children, the pieces are in place and all rigid cogs have been greased. However, if our ambitious plans are to succeed, we must strike this Tuesday. This Tuesday. The routine changing of guard personnel on the first of each month means the opportunity we have created for ourselves will likely never be so opportune. If we wait even one additional week, the window will be closed. On Tuesday, there will be 3 royal guards stationed at Learson Hall, 2 of which will be wearing black gloves in lieu of the traditional white. We would be wise to sacrifice almost everything to avoid the white-gloved guards, striking only when he takes a recess. The 2 black-gloved guards have been instructed to bind, blind, and gag themselves to spare us the precious extra minutes it would take your group to execute that task on their behalf. However, that also means that once we reach the exhibit, we will truly be on our own. May the black shores guide us. May the black skies shield us. May our fathers be proud of us. In arms, your faithful soldier, Faro. Ooh. Okay. Oh my god, I get to use magnifying glass without the right analog. This is so much easier. I don't really see anything on here, though. The routine changing of the guard personnel on the first of each month means the opportunity. Okay, so what I'm getting from this is they stole it on a Tuesday specifically, which was the first of the month. Should I be trying to go at the first of the month into this room? That could be what they're hinting at. I'm gonna screenshot. Does that do anything to the... I don't know. It's different. It's different than PS5, that's for sure. Oh, we don't... I mean, they look like they're... We can't see their hands. What? Is there anything hiding anywhere? Well, that's unfortunate. What do I do with you? Accurate reproduction of one of the so-called closed exhibits. Not much information on here either. Well, let's grab you at the very least. Oh, I see the key. Fen Aries. Okay. Ooh, this one's awkward. Don't you... Kararika changes to whatever's nearby, I believe. So if I did this and this, you turn black. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so... How... Oh. No. No, that wouldn't work. It works on corners? Oh. Damn. I was just kind of hoping that we could overtake the Fenaries. Nope, we have to make them red. Okay, so I could just... No, I've screwed myself over here. I could have just hit the button and been done with it. Oh, okay, so I have to do that, and then put them back in the middle and do this. There we go. Cool puzzle. I like that one. I like that I'm understanding them a little more now. All right. Changing of guard personnel on the first of each month means the opportunity you've created will likely never be... Because I want to see it as they see it. In this case, there are only 2 guards here right now, and they look like they might be bound. But shouldn't there be a 3rd one, and then they have to go out to their lunch? Or is this the whole room? Do we not get to see anything about this? I don't know. Either way, I have this written down. I don't know what day it is in the month right now. We're only on day 53, so thankfully switching to Steam has certainly cut that down. What day would that be? Okay, so I subtracted 1 because 7 is the start date. And then 52, so that is December 29th, assuming they have the same month system, which means in 3 days, should I try to get the closed exhibit again? Because that would be the first of the month. Oh my god, I never noticed this before. I did not notice this. I don't even know why I chose to click on this. Purple, orange... You're yellow. You're yellow. You're supposed to be yellow. Each color is only used twice. You have 2 oranges. You're supposed to use 2 yellow here, but then, yeah, because you had 2 blue already. I guess I wasn't really thinking about sigil colors back then, but like, huh. Interesting. That explains this text. I had like a whole, like, thing in my head about this being a completely different puzzle, but I think it was just trying to tell you about that. And you got that one right. You got that one wrong. Interesting. You got those 2 flipped. Just wanted to see the writing. You must really like red. Oh yeah, that one. Okay. I do want to double check this room again and show that there wasn't much going on here. After draining this, it's... Oh, I didn't see you. Wait, how did I miss that? Oh, well, I took a picture of this, but I didn't see that other one. Oh, come on. There's got to be more then. Are you anything? No, I don't even... I think this is the hallway. It's the patio, hallway, laundry room. Is there something hiding here? Are you kidding me? How did I miss... Okay, more pictures. Okay, we have a... I was going to say a 10, but I'm assuming that's just an X. An X. Okay, do you have one as well? Oh, thank God I'm looking again, because I was like, okay, I figured out a secret. No, there were more. I don't even know what bed... This is the normal bedroom, I believe. I don't see any indicators here. Yeah, I think this one might be clear. You, though. Where's this? Oh, it's probably... Potentially the archive. It could be... Could that be the secret passage? No. Bottom drawer. Gotcha. I mean, there are 3 sets, so the middle one, bottom drawer of the middle one? Yeah, no, it's definitely not. It's not metal shelves. Okay. Huh. Wow. Well, that was lucky. I just did darkroom and said, screw it, I'll put something in here. We got archives. Is it you then? Eh? Is it you? No. Oh. Wait. Wait, you're in the way. Oh, wait, there's another side here. Is it a dig thing? Wait, do I have a shovel? I do. If it was a dig thing, it would have popped up then. Say, walk into it? There's an arrow pointing right at it. You're the most suspicious. Wait. There are a bunch of red books next to it as well. Let's go... Yeah, it's like right there. It's fine. I have 118 steps. What could that mean? The problem is, like, it looked like a four drawer cabinet specifically, so I think it has to be something over here. Do I have to push in to the middle one? But it also looked like it was on its own, like this one. It also looked like it was surrounded by red books, so maybe it's not even the archive room. These books are a little different. Is there any other rooms with file cabinets like this? No. No. Dan, no. No, I think it's definitely only the archive that has the metal shelves and cabinets. I just don't know what you want from me. You just have an arrow pointing at a cabinet. Okay, well, I added it as a thing because now we know about it, but I don't know. Honestly, no clue. These are the only cabinets, though, so... And you, but for some reason I can't get behind you. I don't know, maybe I have to give power to the boiler room. That wouldn't do anything, though. No, it's nothing. That's just a key. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Interesting. I'm gonna see if I can maybe end up with a patio. I don't know if... I could definitely end up with a laundry room if I'm lucky. I think I made it pretty common. Alright. This is my last chance. These archive floor plans have made life terrible, and I had one gem. Does the laundry room That uses a gem, right? Pretty sure it does. Damn. Well... Now we at least know. I can't believe I missed that stuff. Where was the fourth item? Oh. Yeah, silver spoon here that carried over from... I actually bought out the showroom to get that trophy. So I just had the silver spoon on me. And then I had the moon pendant carry it over again. And then I got the moon pendant again, which carried it over again. So I've had it for quite a while, but I have 235 steps. The silver spoon is broken. The funny thing is, I haven't even gone to the dining room yet. This is without the dining room. Hold on, I'm just curious. Can we get like 350 steps? I do not have a boiler room. $42 more. Damn, that is so many steps. And I can't do anything with them. Oh, wait. Entresol. How did I skip this? Redraw? Great. Okay, got a little lucky there. Laundry? It's not laundry. This might be laundry. Damn it. Well, that was a waste of... No, we have information. That's the important part. I don't need any of you. I can't even make a freezer, so... We're just gonna go read drafting strategy 5. There you are. The death of drafting? Ooh. A guide to dead ends, introduction to the tomb. Why are these all so dead? Deadly. Dead end contest? Enshrined ideals. What is happening? Oh, it's October issue. It's supposed to be spooky, I guess. Maybe that's the case. All right, I have to take screenshots of every page. Oh, Draxus. Right. I run into you all the time in the observatory. Every architect has experienced it. You're drafting your house and room by room and everything is going smoothly. Suddenly you realize there's only a single path available for expansion, and it is imperative you draft a hallway or else your design will have no hope for further development. But on a critical draw, the drafting gods offered you nothing but dead ends, rooms with no exits and even fewer prospects. Dead ends are the death of dreams, the death of plans, and the death of expansion. In short, they are the death of your house. But are they genuinely as daunting and menacing as they appear? Perhaps. Beneath their morbid exterior, dead ends hold some inherent value. In this volume of drafting strategy, we will delve deeper into the world of the grave than any architect has ever dared to draft, to discover once and for all if there's any life beyond the dead end. Man, you look pretty sweet. hold on. Is this considered an angel? They got angel wings. I'm going to take a picture just for the hell of it. There, I saved it and apparently made a bunch of noise. Right now... Right now, we have Draxus, Mila, which I found in the maid's chamber so that I know the name of the one with the broom, Rhina, which was drawn by Nagula, and I found this as one of the options I could have chose and didn't choose, so I took a picture of it. Vea? I don't know how you pronounce that, but they have the Duster, so that's the Duster's name. So we know a few of the, I guess, angels because of that. Next. No exit strategies. A dead end is any room that lacks another door by which to exit. It is an understandable instinct to want to avoid these rooms while drafting your house, as they limit your available paths for growth. However, seasoned architects quickly learn that you do not want to completely ignore them. A very common mistake that beginners make is picking the room with the most doors while drafting and ignoring all other factors. Yep. But every house needs some dead ends. Maybe not the lavatory. It's the worst dead end you could ask for. Each dead end room an architect drafts removes that floor plan from the draft pool, which is the most important reason to get rid of it. The more dead ends you draft, the less likely you're to draw them later when decisions are more critical. The key is figuring out a way to draft dead ends without blocking off your house's potential for expansion. Dropping a dead end room on the rank behind you is a great strategy to accomplish this, and helps you pick up some extra resources before continuing to higher ranks. In general, you should be trying to fill up every open slot in your house before moving north. You should. An ideal spot to draft a dead end. Yeah. Yeah, I've been doing this since the beginning. I'm trying my best to not be afraid to draw them, because it's not good. It's not good to leave them in the pool so that you just have storeroom, closet, and utility closet as your only options. Okay. Nothing there. Let me take a picture. Grave mistakes. Oh my god. We got another one. That might be better than just having the cloister picture. Hold on. Okay. That should be good. Grave mistakes. An introduction to the tomb. As foreboding as a black-bordered floor plan may seem, tomb stands out as one of the most straightforward strategies centered around dead ends. This floor plan can only be drafted from the grounds and is considered one of the outer rooms. As such, it can be drafted at the very start of the day, allowing architects to know immediately whether their strategy should be focused on dead ends or not. The tomb itself is a vast crypt filled with shadowy alcoves and creepy recesses. The entire space was designed by early Arindian architects to evoke a sense of mystery and intrigue, perfect for those who are appreciative and skeptical of dead-end architecture. The 8 Ajeran angels of that early era that are scattered throughout the tomb's chambers are a memento of times past, and you will certainly be seeing a lot of them when employing a tomb-centered strategy, as you will likely be making several visits here throughout the day. No, usually don't come back. A successful tomb strategy depends on 3 crucial factors: finding shops, amassing enough steps to allow for return trips to the grounds, and drafting as many dead ends as possible. This strategy is perfect for those who love risk and great rewards. Okay, we got nothing there. I don't really think there'll be any secrets on this, especially since it's a book that we grabbed from the bookshop, so it's not going to have any like secret writing on it. Obviously, all of that comes from Herbert, so. Grounds for termination. Tomb isn't the only dead end you'll find on the grounds. There are a total of 8 other outer rooms, which are eight outer rooms, which are draftable outside of the house. These floor plans are unique, not only in where they can be drafted, but also in the fact that they are floor plans that cannot lead to the expansion of further rooms, making them the perfect candidate for dead ends. They are also able to be drafted at the very beginning of the day, which allows architects to plan out their strategy for greater precision and purpose. For example, on a schoolhouse day, architects will prioritize acquiring gems to pay for the extra classroom floor plans, whereas on a hovel day, they will focus entirely on getting lots of extra steps. Outer rooms of note. Hovel, grounds for termination. May have been a play on words for the title of this article, but it certainly wasn't a joke for the former groundskeeper Denny Ravane, who made his home while employed on the estate in this humble bedroom. You wrote that in an official digest? Toolshed. The groundskeeper's toolshed is often a great draft choice to find useful items like the shovel or sledgehammer. Trading post, even better items can be found at the trading post, that is, if you have something valuable to offer. This shop is frequented by local farmers and hunters who supply the estate with goods in exchange for a few shiny trinkets. That's some good backstory there, okay. Root cellar. Most of the vegetables and fruits obtained from the locals are preserved in this subterranean cellar. When winter arrives, these stored goods are frequently traded back, providing them with a reliable source of sustenance during the colder months. Shelter. Even further underground, provisions are also stored in the estate's bomb shelter. The purpose of this, however, like the root cellar, is preservation. However, in this case, it's the preservation of people rather than food, against fallout, radiation, and red rooms. God, it's so quiet everywhere now. I don't know why it's so quiet in this day. Like, there hasn't been any music or anything. Okay, nothing on this. Enshrined Ideals. Introduction to Shrines. The last outer room is a floor plan with a function that isn't as straightforward as the others. Just what is a blessing? How much gold do I need to give? How long does it last? The shrine is a space of reverence, a mystical cavern filled with the glow of candlelight, and those that show respect and pay tribute are blessed by an unseen force that guides this world. Unseen forces. Blessings are persistent benefits that last several days and are bestowed upon the reverent visitors who have made an offering of gold. The type and duration of blessing can differ depending on the amount of gold given, but the more gold you offer, the longer the blessings will last. Ooh, good info. The longer they last. Oh. Okay, we got Tinkerer, Berry Picker, Chef, Gardener I've never seen. Add 8 courtyards? Are you kidding me? Holy. General, Monk, Dancer, and High Roller. Okay, I know all these, so. That one, 8 courtyards? I mean, that's good if you're trying to get to room 46. It's like a straight shot. Especially since they're core yards for me, so they're always unlocked. Okay. Top 5 dead ends, as selected by the editorial staff. Attic, of course. If Toolshed is good, the attic is really good. Even at a steep gem cost, this room cannot be passed up. It always pays for itself and more. Yeah. Study is likely the most powerful room for the experienced architect who no longer has difficulty accumulating gems or solving chess portmanteaus. Yeah, I should be using it more often for free rerolls, but Good point. Good point, editor guy. Coat check. More than any other room, coat check allows architects to center their strategy on a specific item of their choice. Or in my case, I used the Blessing of the Monk to put the coat check in the outer room and kept spawning the lucky purse there so that I could make money to buy the showroom out. That was my favorite. Hovel. The risk may scare off some, but to those who see their steps as expendable resource and throw caution to the wind, Hovel is an unbeatable drafting force. I really don't like it anymore, though. There's better uses. Surprisingly, this room, Secret Passage, is actually categorized as a dead end, allowing architects to utilize it in both dead end and color-specific strategies. Holy, there's a lot of tiny text here. Yeah, well, first, mail-in sweepstakes, dead-end contest. On January 20th, 1989, Taro Martyrs shocked the world of architecture by drafting 19 dead ends in one day. Can you beat his record? Draft 20 or more in a single day and you could win 200 gold and the Trophy of Sweepstakes. I may have forgotten you exist. Whoops. I know that's on the list. Eligibility. The Dead End Contest Sweepstakes is open to legal resident of Fen Ares who are at least 12 years old at the time of entry, employees of Drafting Strategy, its affiliates, subsidiaries, advertising and promotion agencies, and their immediate family members and or those who are living in the same household are not eligible to participate. Okay. To enter, players must draft rooms in a single house during a single day. Any number of rooms may be drafted, but only dead-end rooms drafted during that day will be counted towards the dead-end tally. If the dead-end tally exceeds the current record, 19, they'll be considered a winner. The cash prize has an approximate shot value of 200 gold paid out to the winner of sweepstakes and a check equal to the prize amount. Trophy has an approximate shop value of 30 gold. Oh. Please note the trophy is not composed of real gold, but features a gold-like coating for decorative purposes only. The winner will be notified and receive their prize by mail no later than 5 days after obtaining the dead-end record. Check Mailroom for prize delivery. Oh, so I could just hold 200... Oh, no, but I have no... Shit. I can't just hold it because I have no contact delivery on. The odds of winning this contest are not very promising. The architect who set this record was very, very good at drafting, but best of luck regardless. Huh. All right. Awesome. No, did I look at the... I did. I didn't. I feel like 20 dead ends isn't that bad. That's half the house, though. So I'd need, like, hallways or corridors all the way up. Which... If I get Blessing of the Gardener, and I get corridors, 8 corridors, oh, hell yeah. I could do that. As we conclude this haunting October edition of Drafting Strategy, we trust that you have unearthed the darker side of architectural design and found inspiration in the morbid realm of death and dead-end rooms. From the despair of the drafted lavatory to the chilling allure of a tomb, we believe that even the most eerie aspects of our world can create a spark creative brilliance in the architect's mind. As you venture forth into the shadows, remember that there is a certain beauty in the unknown and the macabre. Embrace the challenge of designing spaces that both captivate and unsettle, that provoke contemplation of our own mortality and the secrets that lie beyond. Thank you. That was good, because I completely forgot that there was even a sweepstakes thing for the trophy list. That would be way easier than trying to beat Dare Mode, which I have tried, and it is not easy. I went into Dare Mode and failed immediately. Turns out the dares are actually hard. They're like, you're not allowed to hold more than 2 special items. Oh, it's brutal. It's brutal. Okay, what I wanted to check really quick is that one clue that said check the, it's in the floor plans of our youth or something. So I want to look at the actual floor plan here. Nothing stands out. It looks identical to the nursery. Nothing really stands out here. What about bunk room, which would be our other youth? No, there's too much text on it to really be sure. Unless there's like something going on hidden here. No. It's just, well, it does kind of look like it. No. I was going to say it looked like a diamond, but it's a little lopsided, actually. I have no idea. If there's a clue in there, I'm probably not going to find it. Well, it's fine. I mean, I didn't really think too much of it, but it was on the last page of Drafting Strategy 2, so I figured it was a hint or something. I got it. Patio. Okay. Excuse me. Oh. I do have a shovel. I don't see anything popping up, though. Right. Oh, there we go. Oh. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Do I need an archive? File cabinet key. Okay, so that's what the arrows are for. Okay. So the aquarium thing is a puzzle itself. Oh, that's not good. That's really not good. Okay, you gave me a key. Did I make a code check? Nope. Please don't lock myself. If I can make a code check here, do I just spend? Okay, try redrawing. No, redraw. Oh boy, I need either a code check or an archive, or this is gone. My stars. Oh boy. It's fine. I can get stars back. Okay, there we go. I'll take that. And then I'll just try to get an archive. Okay. Check you in. Okay. Well, I guess it wasn't really that big of a deal, but the patio is... Oh my god, I had another key right here. The patio is a tiny bit rare. So the chances of getting archive and patio aren't the greatest. Then again, I can reroll a lot more than I used to be able to, so... Okay. We got a mailroom. I had to go find a magnifying glass before coming in here, so thankfully we had a trading post. I traded some stuff and got it. I'm having some bad luck here, but I made the code check and the archives, so we're going to be able to at least go see if this actually works when we get in there. We have a lot of mail. A lot of mail. I don't remember we had that one. This is the last letter we read, I believe. Right? Yeah, this looks new. Also, Morjai. I believe I have all the stamps now, so I don't think we really need the magnifying glass for that. Greetings, Simon. I hope all is going well on the estate. I was discussing my communications with you with another fellow technician, Kimberly Thompson, and she suggested I disclose to you the locations of the drafting strategy issues she's personally found on the estate. Okay. Well, I mean, the above list is according to her, so I can't personally vouch that these are accurate. Oh, dormitory. Issue 1's in the dormitory. Oh, I had them backwards. Yeah, Well, thank you. Once again, a little late on the information, but I forgive you. Also, I gotta save you. Simon, if I'm going to be mentioning members of the staff, perhaps I should give you a brief introduction. Ooh. Mrs. Ann Babbage, house manager, my boss. Kirk Darren, head of security. Isn't that a pseudonym? That was a green memo. But only green memos found in Hartley's room are false? No, not only. It just says green memos found in Hartley's room are always false. But that doesn't mean... Okay, so it could be a pseudonym, and we don't know Kirk Darren's real name? Head of security, either way. Don't think I've seen you mentioned basically at all, really. Randolph Moore, lead lab technician, network admin, and humble author of these letters. Kimberly Thompson, lab assistant and helpful sidekick. Chef de camp, head of kitchen, maker of tasty meals. Hartley Ruoda, the Baron's personal valet, retiring. Christoph, the chauffeur, not fired? What? Really? Shouldn't he be fired? Robert Nagula, the new groundskeeper. There are a handful of other names among the various live-out and seasonal service staff, but due to their infrequent mention, I thought it best to omit them from this cursory introduction. Thank you, sir. Now I can at least put your actual... I mean, the Kirk Darren thing is probably the most important based on that green memo, but... Have we heard your name elsewhere? It does feel new to me. Another successful experiment, another letter. You have certainly been keeping yourself busy. As I've spent the last few days racking my brain trying to come up with new clues for you, I'm reminded of your mother's aptly named book, A New Clue, and how fiendishly she hid the clues from her readers within its pages. Don't worry, I won't be hiding my clues from you in imagery or requiring you to comb through text with a magnifying glass. Well, I'm doing it anyway. The truth is, I'm not nearly as clever or creative as she was. The best I can muster, trying to be cryptic and mysterious, would be something like break the bricks in the weight room with something that has a handle and is very heavy. Really? Really, Randolph? I am afraid that, in spite of my best efforts, the result is not quite cryptic and even less mysterious. No, that's very direct. I suppose I'll leave the riddles to your great-uncle and his niece. This was a good double nod to what you should be looking for. Like, break the thing in the weight room. Apparently there's good info also besides just, you know, the lever. And to find a new clue. You don't mention where to get it. I mean, we know, but... Oh, and Arinda. I've seen that before as well. We have to go back through the classrooms, but I'm pretty sure that it was being held by General Teskin. Teskin? I don't remember if it was an E or an I. Teskin, I believe. I believe he was holding it, and there were people holding up his cape. And they looked very robed. I don't know. I'm very curious to go back through that slideshow, though. Okay. That is an interesting looking stamp, though. Dear Simon, as I've been running out of ideas on my own, yesterday I asked Kirk Darren if he had any additional security advice I could pass on, and to my surprise, he gave me an envelope and directed me to include it in my next correspondence to you. I did not ask him what it contained, so I'll be very curious to hear from you after this is all over, and find out whether or not it was of any use. Ooh. Unused memos? Are you kidding me? He even said there's not going to be a clue on here. Don't look. Unused memos. Okay, what do you got? What? Okay, well, this is red. This is red. This would have been wrong anyway. What is that even supposed to be close to? It's not even a date. I have no idea. The numbers 6. Oh, the clock. 6, 7, and 9 do not appear in any of the fixed combinations of safes on the estate. Oh. Do not appear in any of the fixed combinations of safes. Wait, are you serious? 11/28, March 3rd, December 25th. What's that other? 04/15. May 8th. Really? What's the study one? December 8th. Damn. And then drawing studio is 11/08. Huh. This would have been a big hint. Interesting. I didn't even think about that. They all kind of use the same few ones. 12/13. Okay. Oh, this is the clue that you hid in here. I see. D8. Because it's handwritten. Okay. There's a safe on rank 10. You're green. You're green. What does green mean? Is there a safe on rank 10? Because rank 10 is the room 46. I guess until we do eight realms in 8 months, we haven't solved everything in that room, so there could be. Maybe that'll lead to that. Ooh, if it does, we know green is accurate. Not lying. Interesting. Okay, thank you, Kirk. Simon. Just Fenris. I can't think of any reason you'd need to access the server administrator controls before I return, but your father has mentioned your interest in computers, so I have a feeling you may be a bit more hands-on than your great-uncle. You'll find the admin terminal in Blackbridge Grotto, a small cavern sealed, much like the story, off of the East Drive. I believe I previously explained how to restore the power to the grotto in one of my earlier letters. However, keep in mind that accessing the terminal requires an admin key. Unfortunately, I won't be able to set one up for you until I return, but your admin key will eventually be Joan S. Or if you prefer, we could use a pseudonym. Oh! I'm sure we'll discuss it in greater detail when I return. No. What do you mean by pseudonym? Oh, that's gotta mean something. Okay, this clearly wouldn't work. He's basically telling you how the admin key works in case you haven't done servants' quarters or the freezer. Or I think those are the only 2 clues I can find. I don't know. I didn't find the servants' quarter one. It was apparently in the trash can in the room. Apparently I missed it in the playthrough, but second time around when I was taking pictures of everything, I found it. That would have been a lot easier than trying to unfreeze the freezer, though. Did I take a picture of you? Hold on. I did not. Boop. Okay. Could you tell me about the pseudonym now? If you do end up accessing the admin controls in Blackbridge Grotto, I'm sure you noticed the sealed circular door on the left of the terminal. As you've likely already concluded for yourself, this door can only be opened if 3 different microchips are inserted in the central pedestal. Normally, all 3 microchips are kept secured in 3 other locations, but I decided to make it easy for you and left one of them in the grotto for ready access. However, you'll have to find a new clue or two. Oh my god. Oh. Hey, you even put the sledgehammer in here on top of it? Find a new clue or 2 for the others. Wow, that would have been helpful. You know the funny thing, I had to get a hint on that last one, the sledgehammer one, from my friend who doesn't have any of the letters, which is weird. Because this is clearly where you look at it and be like, wait, a new clue? Wait, I see a sledgehammer. And then you look at the book and maybe have some idea of what to do then. Interesting. Okay. One more letter, and I have done plenty of experiments since then. At least 10 days by now, and it has not come up. So this has got to be the final one. There it is. Simon, I'm honestly very impressed with the number of experiments you've been successful in executing. I certainly wasn't expecting to write this many letters when I started our correspondence. Frankly, I'm not quite sure what other advice I can offer in the blind without knowing directly what the challenges you are currently facing on the estate. Challenges are you currently facing? Are you currently face? Oh. Without knowing directly what the challenges are you currently face on the estate. For all I know, you've long since reached room 46 and are just continuing your unaccompanied exploration, stag happy and free of the maids and staff crowding the halls and getting in your way. I can't say I blame you, and I'm sure the other members of the household are quite enjoying their extended vacation. Speaking strictly for myself, however, I cannot wait to get back and begin working with you directly. Helping you through these letters has only whetted my imagination, and to be candid, our collaboration in this correspondence has reminded me so much of working with Mary. I know she's proud of you. Until the day I return, Randolph. Oh, so that is just a send-off letter. No hints in this one. Thank you, Randolph. You were not helpful to me at all, but you'll be very helpful to anyone who actually manages to do a few of these before solving those puzzles. That's for sure. These are very good, but I also think that you'd have to be in the know that you should do experiments to get hints. I don't know. I feel like the game should maybe hint at it a little more, because like you do have to go way out of your way and then go to the mailroom and be like, huh? So they're vaguely helpful, and they would be immensely helpful to new players as long as, you know, you added a little extra nod to head in that direction. Anyway, we are done here. I don't think there's any more reason to get mailroom except for gameplay. You know, free stuff. Free stuff at the beginning of the next day. So, let's head up to the archive and see if we can use the key. Wonder if I can get a quest bedroom before I go in there. Alright, is it you? It is you! Oh! Oh, that's where that's hiding. Okay. What the hell? Mary's birth certificate? Mary Matthew Epson, born to Lady Clara Epson and Simon H. Sinclair in the hospital at 4:05 Tuesday a.m. on the 22nd of January in the 6th era, 1958. In witness whereof, East Reddington Hospital certifies that the information above is true, as verified by its duly authorized officer of the Fen Area's Registrar of Persons. Lily Rizian Rose? Sarah Drivian? Okay, clearly this information is going to be relevant. But what the hell for? What? At the moment, there's like nothing, there's no possible input out there that I'd be like, oh, I need to know mom's birthday. Or the person who wrote it, or the doctor who helped deliver it. Like, I have no idea what this could possibly be for, or where I would even put that information. Are there new rooms I still haven't seen? Like I'm talking actual areas? Because if there aren't, there's nowhere to put this. And this would be almost unnecessary world building if it didn't lead to something. Which means there's another clue in here. It's not as obvious as it looks. It could be a vertical text thing. Nah. Nah, I don't think so. Nothing's lining up like that. It could be a vertical text thing. It could just be telling you that she was born in Fen Aries. I don't know. I'm going to take a picture, of course. But... Huh. Well, we got an upgrade disc. That was... the other reason. I'm just so confused why this, of all things, is what we found. Huh. Well, I can check that off the list. Although we still have to find something in the laundry. Maybe I'll get a laundry here? Huh? That's probably a laundry. It wasn't. Oh. Rare, huh? I've never seen you pop up even once. You're gonna be common. I haven't even gotten it yet. You should probably stay unusual. I feel like I need to use that room a little. And you're commonplace. This was lucky. Of all things to end up with in the conservatory. A throne room? There's nothing I'm looking for more than that right now. Just so we can do the sigil puzzle. Also because I want to see the throne room, of course. But maybe I can get it to pop up over here really quick. Maybe. Or a laundry. One of the two. Nope. Nope. I made a utility box. Damn archive plans. Can't see anything going on, but then the other two are dead ends, and you're like, I gotta take the third one. All three were dead ends. I also want to point out, there is the update they did that fixed the PS5 save. Apparently they did a bunch of other stuff, and this is my favorite thing they've done. All the safes are permanently open, so you can just walk up and get free gems in the rooms with safes. You don't have to enter the combination every single time, which is amazing. That is one of the only updates I noticed, but I know they did a lot of stuff. The cool thing is in their list, I'm actually going to show it quick. Okay. So in their list, even on Steam, they talk about the rollback thing, but they have a changelog that they also spoiler, which most games don't go out of their way. I do not want to hover over that. I don't know how deep that actually goes, but the fact that they took the time to even spoiler, of course they would, though. That's like the whole point of the game. There's so many mysteries. Why wouldn't you? But yeah, and it sounds like apparently, according to here, they're adding one final update where the dirigible arcade will work. I'm assuming because overhyped arcade game. Definitely overhyped at this point. They talk about it a few times, and then control remapping is something that I severely wish I had, but I'll be done with the game by then probably. Widescreen support, I didn't even notice. Yeah, so final room item balancing, more cinematics to the challenge modes, unique openings and endings. That would be interesting. But yeah, so the fact that they're, you know, they're trying. They're doing a real good job for this guy's first game. This is a great game. We're not done yet though. We're not in review mode. That's for sure. Oh boy. Laundry room. So you're talking about this one? You want me to dig? I don't know if they want me to dig. There is absolutely an X. Oh, I think this one? Shit, do I have to look at the picture again? I have a shovel. Oh, there we go. Another one? Okay, well I got the laundry room right away. Would it be the same one? Great, I have to spawn archive again. Oh, oh no. Finally. Finally it shows up. It's a lot smaller than I thought it'd be. Hi guys. Oh my god. Wait, it's just sitting out in the open. No puzzle. Oh my god. Sir, is there anything significant about you guys? I'm looking for puzzles everywhere now. Can I press a button on the back of your suit? Sir? Okay. Probably nothing going on with them. The throne! Oh. The north? Ooh. Huh. So they hide the north lever here too. Okay. That is interesting. I'm trying to think strategy wise, like say you were trying to beat the game in under 1 hour. Okay, so there's this thing that I was doing with the dares. Every time I'd restart, obviously there are new dares, a new list, and one of them said you couldn't take elevators. Which is bad, which is very bad, because then you can't use foundation to go press the lever. And I was like, how? You'd have to use the power hammer to get in through the back, and you'd still have to do all the moving the things around puzzles and stuff just to press the button. But then you'd also need to get a tomb to go down and pull the minecart back and stuff. None of that could be done without an elevator. I guess you could lower the reservoir level. See, all of that sounds like it's going to take too long. Is it possible to get the throne room early and use that to press the lever then? Because one microchip's already there. The other one you need a shovel, and the other one you need a sledgehammer, and you have the throne room. You could just get in. Oh. I think I know what I'm going to do when I go for that trophy now. Oh, hell yeah. I sit. No. No. I just used more than 10 stars to make this spawn because I was running out of room, and I'm just like, all right, screw it. It's fine. It's fine. I can get stars back. All right, are you going to be a different one? It is a different... Oh, interesting. Does that mean there are 4 keys? Ooh. Oh, we have 2 different things here. 1886? Wow. This is pretty old. Peace. Terms of surrender have been accepted. The red flags flying over the capital was a bittersweet sight of comfort for many of this realm's war-weary citizens. After 22 years, peace had come at last. We, the staff of Reddington Herald, join all of the citizens of Reddington in welcoming this new era of peace, and formally retract and disavow all prior printed support of House Desolates. Royals flee in defeat. For shame, you cowardly coattails. In our most trying hour, we clung, and in yours you ran. In his first public address since the end of the war, the victorious leader of the Fen army, General Teskin, did not express much sympathy for his fallen enemy. The royal family's departure was not unexpected, as rumors of their plan to flee to the neighboring realm of Araja had been circulating even before war's end. However, the suddenness of their departure has left many of their supporters feeling abandoned. It's a disgrace, a betrayal of the people they swore to protect. And they had fled to foreign lands seeking comfort and refuge, while their people suffer and struggle to rebuild. This is not the kind of leadership we need. We need leaders who will stand with us in times of adversity, and who will not abandon us when we are afraid and at our most vulnerable. December 9th, many years later. 38 years later. Desolates, princess born in exile. Oh? In the 4 decades since the end of the war, little news has reached our news desk regarding the former royals, whose life in exile has remained a quiet source of speculation and mystery. Prince Rolf, the grandson of Desolates IV, broke that silence on Tuesday when he announced the birth of his daughter, the Princess Catelyn Jari, who, in keeping with our Arajan tradition, was endowed with her mother's surnames. Her mother's surnames. Jari. Who's the person in the foyer? Was it Yenna? Yenna? That's Caitlin, not Catelyn. Yenna Jari, I believe. Why would we have a bust of that in the family foyer? Why is Major Nicholas Keys IV there? Who is he to the family? I'm so confused. Close supporters of the exiled family are, of course, concerned, as this public announcement displays a notable shift in conduct for the royals and sets the stage for the family to exit private life and return once again to the public sphere, a change that would undoubtedly stir up long-buried allegiances and unrest in our realms. Unrest. How many years later? 4 years later in 1 month. Tensions rise on southern border. The Crown's recent decision to dismantle the realm's remaining railways has caused increasing tensions with our southern neighbor, Araja, who has for many generations relied on our realm's rail tracks for northern passage to Arch Ares. Wow, this is covering all of the things that I kind of brute forced about Araja when we did the Sigil puzzle. The ensuing round of trade negotiations with Araja, which were conducted with reckless care and little diplomacy, have, to the surprise of no one, ended in an impasse. Early reports have alluded that, in addition to their other demands, the Crown has requested that the asylum granted to the former House of Desolates be revoked. Ooh. Okay. Araja, rain, poetic. Yeah. Wait, but that's on a slab. You're just putting the information around twice. I mean, that's fair. Huh. Okay. Some of the main things that I'm assuming, supposed to clue in on here. There might actually be a clue. I don't have a magnifying glass, sadly. Are getting more confirmation that General Teskin did stick around. No, that's already kind of a known thing, though. I mean, the history book straight up mentions that Learson died and Teskin kept going. That they fled. Somehow, Clara Epson's lineage has to be tied to this, and that means Mary is also tied to this? Like bloodline-wise? I don't know. We don't know the full family tree. The name Caitlin J. Ari is probably going to be important. And also the stuff about the railways. Like, they've been using railways the whole time. It's kind of a clue into the sigil stuff as well. But, okay. And this one's obvious. All right, let me take pictures. All right, done. Was there anything else in here? No, just that. I'm just wondering if Mary has got royal blood, and that's why she's fighting for it or something. All right, well, that is done. That's all the clues that were in the aquarium, so if you two open, maybe I have to look at the aquarium again and see if there's any more X's, but I don't know. We know where to bring the key, though, if we find one. All right. They're all open. And see, I even opened this door and skipped it to just replicate the playthrough exactly. But now, they're officially all open. Okay, so let me just check my list here really quick. Nuance, we'd be guessing. This one we'd be guessing the least, but Vera, we wouldn't be guessing at all. Pink Heat, Turtleback Spirit is a guarantee. So before anything, we're going to Vera. It's a little awkward on keyboard and mouse, though. Yeah, I meant to hit this one. That is spiritual. And then we're looking for heat. Why are you turning that one? That's... What's their transportation? Turtleback, which looks like 5. Kind of poked off to the side, so... There it is. That's Turtleback. Hold on. Can I actually do this without... This is moat. This is, weather. Right? Yeah. Wavy equals heat. And their color is pink, which... is that, I believe. I don't think there's a confirm button. I think you have to click. Thank God, an easy one. Hello. Oh. Oh. Picture? Despite my prejudice against Mother Nature, I own that I have deeply loved my time here at Vera. The memories of the youthful trip I took here with my brother have been relentless, and as I've gotten older, I find less and less occasion to recollect on such trivial pleasures. One thing I do remember vividly, which has not lost a single speck of charm, are the famous turtles. Each visitor of Vera, upon arriving, is lent one of these hard-shell friends for the duration of their stay, to serve as both a steed, guide, and companion. I am still under the spell of island life, even if the weather here is much more severe than it was in Morajai. Thank you. That's That's the important bit right there. All right, so... And... we don't know when they go there, but I'm just going to put this as a side note. Morjai before Vera. We don't know where they go up here, though. So... that we'll have to find in a different note. Did I hope I clicked. Did I click that? I don't know if I clicked that. Okay. Another one. While Morajai boxes were never as popular in Vera as in other realms, pink tiles were eventually introduced based on the Veran people's devout respect of the sacred circle. When these tiles are pressed, all adjacent tiles and diagonal tiles are rotate around the press tile. Huh. Devout respect of the sacred circle. That's interesting. Uh-oh. Okay, so we need to make them all pink, right? You don't actually move, though. So I have to move you. Wrong button. Need to move you, and then I need to do that. My goal would be to have a pink. Like that. And if I click you, you're pink now. Okay. And then I need to... There we go. And then you're pink. No, I already had it. And you're pink. Awesome. Now, how do I get 4 corners from this? Oh, that's not close enough, but... There we go. I remember doing that on a different puzzle with the pink. I think it was a solarium, maybe? I don't know. Okay, time to do a little bit of brute forcing. Very, very slightly. We've done all 4 of those. Kararika, we know. Kind of limited info. Academic. Just 3 lines. We know that it's snowy because they're the only stamp that doesn't have their name on it, and that is a snowy stamp. That is snowy. We don't know their mode of transportation, but I can only imagine it's horseback simply because we haven't used it yet, and camel makes no sense. That is horseback. What does orange look like? Is that orange? I think that's orange. It's wrong. Hold. There we go. Horseback. Orange. Okay, maybe it's not horseback then. For sure it's snow. For sure it's academic. They have the longest continent, too. The longest continent. I don't think it's naval capabilities because that's Morajai, but they might also. I mean, we have 2 locomotion. I'm gonna just 2 raised to indicate flat terrain. There's no way it's flat terrain. It's mountains. There's a good chance it's also train again. Maybe aviation. I don't think it's aviation. If it's camels, I will eat my shoe. Don't be camels. I'd have to go find my shoes. It is not camels. Thank God. It's not turtleback. I mean, it could be navel. They span the whole continent. It's probably crossroads or something. Oh, I'm on the wrong one. This is certainly much more awkward on keyboard and mouse. Okay. Crossroads. There we go. Huh. I am quite curious what information would have told us that, though. I feel like you're supposed to guess some of these transportations, like roads, carriages. Hold on. Is there something that lets you know about this? Genuinely curious. That's not rhetorical. Is there something? Maybe don't tell me what it is, but is there info besides brute force is what I'm asking. Yeah, I don't look at that and say, definitely crossroads. That's Snowy Peaks. Well, it's fine. Oh, furnace. Heat. There have been fewer and fewer opportunities the further we travel up into the mountains to attend to my correspondence, and I find myself regretting having brought so many books, as this is the first realm I've visited without porters. Here, every person is expected to carry their own belongings, and if you can't, you throw away that which is expendable. It's looking like I'll be bringing back less souvenirs than I had planned. I never expected to appreciate the cold, but the frigid weather here is a welcome relief, coming from the sweltering shores of Vera. Okay. P.S. I ended up forsaking all but one of my books. That's why you needed to get the books, or herring or hearing that book back. I see. A little bit of context there. Okay, hold on. Done. So we just need to know basically when he went to Nuance and when he went to Arch Ares and like which order. I think we mostly have the 8 realms thing figured out though. Far from the port towns of lesser islands, the academies of Korarica were among the last strongholds where the puzzle box fad spread. Unlike other realms whose regional rule variation emerged organically over time, the students of Korarica designed orange tiles by committee, voting on student-submitted designs and picking the one they felt best represented the realm. When these tiles are pressed, if the majority of adjacent tiles shares a color, then the pressed tile will change to that color. Yeah, that makes sense. It did not when I tried earlier, but... Okay, you only go down. You swap across. You could technically... How would you make... I don't think you can make an orange tile, though. Yeah, no, orange tiles become whatever. Oh. I can't move them is the problem. I'd have to rely on blue to move them, and I can't move these down. So I need to move you up. I can do that to move you up, and then use this to bring you down. But now I have to... I guess I could swap across, but I'm gonna need that black. Or I can't move them. Actually, maybe I could just temporarily move you over and then swap you. This is just gonna kind of lead to... No, this might work out. Could it? If I move you down, you swap places, that's 3. Move you down, swap. Move you down. Shit. How would I... How do I get these down here? Oh, wow. Wow, this one might actually be a problem. I just don't know how to get this last one in the corner here. And then I need that purple up here. Or do I? Because I can get you up here. Wait. I got it. Holy shit. I apologize. That one took a little longer than I thought it would, but that's a confusing one just because they don't move. It's the same as the Fenaries thing where red just kind of hangs out, but interesting. I like that one. Okay, you are done. You are next. Morajai. We don't know if they're agricultural or tribal. I'm gonna try agricultural, but I don't think we have enough information on this. We also don't know their weather. If I had to guess, though... Don't you need wind to sail ships? Wouldn't windy make sense? You can't just... You just sit there if you didn't have any wind. No. The only thing I wish you could do is hit back on this instead of having to cycle all the way through. Okay, and white. That is white. So we have agriculture, naval, windy, and white. Is this correct? No. The only other clue. This is tribal. Tribal doesn't really make sense to me, but... Piracy? Are there pirates? Everything else looks right. Let's try it. It is not correct. Alright, we gotta go through the notes. Okay. This stamp. This doesn't really imply windy to me, though. I guess it wouldn't have to be super windy. Didn't I say nuance would be windy because of aviation? But clear skies, I mean, you got birds flying around, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna try that weather type first. It's very clearly naval. It's naval. Straight line. Okay, I guess normal temperatures. Yeah, normal temperatures. Windy is displayed by a use of a bent curve, raised buckling under high winds. But I feel like that would take down a blimp as well, so it feels a little... I don't know, incorrect to call it high winds. Alright, we're gonna try this, though. Oh, it's right next to it. Wait. Nope. Oh, we're still on tribal as well. I need to look at that. Moats. Would it... I'm just expecting everything to be used once, but... Harvesting and farming based society and culture doesn't make sense if they're... That's just their transportation, though. It's just naval. Invention, production... They seem like they'd be industrial, but I don't know. Maybe we try agriculture with the clear waves, though. It's right there. I mean, everything else is the same. Agriculture. Why, though? I'm just wondering what information was I supposed to find that would tell me that they were all about farming and stuff when their stamp and everything is like about the sea. You can't farm at sea. I don't know. There must be some more info out there. Somewhere. Ooh, what the hell? You got pumpkins and stuff. Okay, I mean, looking at this looks a little more like... It makes sense. I put my whole, like, image of them surrounded by ships, like they were some sort of pirate society or something. No. This looks a little more tame to me, a little more normal. After a short sea voyage, we arrived on the main island of Morajai last night in good spirits. The people here are belligerent in their politeness, and after spending a full day among the Jaioriel? Is that like the leader of the Morajai? Jaioriel. I am just as afraid of eating another dish as I am of rejecting their offers. Oh, it's what they call their people. Okay. I may try to sneak away tomorrow and spend some time alone with my books, as I have noticed that each realm I have visited has one thing in common. They each have been short on solitude. Uh-oh. You didn't tell me where you were or where you were going. We know where he's going next, actually. He mentions his books, and he doesn't like mention that he's down a book or anything. So I'm assuming we can guess the order a little bit from there. Oh God, I just died of coughing. Oh, I already put it on the list because I knew he came from there from Vera. I'm gonna make an assumption here, and I'm gonna put him in parentheses. There. That's the order that I feel is right, but we have to get the rest of the postcards to know for sure. Okay. Okay. Whew. I was coughing for like 2 minutes. Morajai boxes were a popular fad in the early 30s. Wait. Oh, this is the one in the solarium. It's the same text, I believe. Scratch that. The master bedroom, actually. Well, the fad may have ended. Yeah, no, it's identical. Okay, so we've already read this. Do they ever actually explain white tiles? No, they don't actually explain the white tiles directly. I mean, we know that when you click one, It expands. Yellow goes up. Pink moves everything around, so... Nope. Oh my god, that is not what I meant to do. And then, bam. Done. Easiest one. Only one left. You. Okay. Nuance. Tribal's the only thing we haven't done, actually, isn't it? I don't know why. I don't know why they would ever be tribal. Hunters. It just doesn't make sense for Blimp Society, but I'm gonna try it before I do Industrial. I'm gonna assume you have a different weather as well. Your stamp did make it look a little bit windy. Not super windy, but... aviation is... that one. And green is big slashes. Sideways. There it is. No. That's metropolitan. Academic. Industrial. Really? Wait, do I have aviation right? Yep. Oh, wrong one. You don't really look that windy. Is it just tribal with clear skies? Why would it be tribal, though? This takes so long to go through. Okay. Should I just switch the mode around? Agriculture? Marshall? You did help fight with Fenaries. Metropolitan. Academic. I'm just skipping, apparently. Industrial. They're not spiritual. They're not poetic either. I'm of the belief that I have to use all the motes at least once, so I'm assuming trying, or this is it. Of all things, I feel like motes have to be original at the very least. It's just the weather, I guess. Misty weather indicated by several... Okay. The only other... It could be foggy. We've tried windy and straight. We'll try foggy. I genuinely need to look through the notes and try to see if we can piece any information together here. I don't know who talks about nuance. It's not it's not mentioned often, but maybe in the history book. Give me a minute. Okay. So, it wasn't until he died, Era of Rune. Is this around where it is? Civil War seemed inevitable. Where's Nuance? Nuance is I swear Nuance is mentioned here. Yep. Persuade the nearby realms of Arch Ares and Nuance to join their cause. I didn't make it back to grade 6 in the on my PC file here yet, but I'm almost positive one of the slides. Actually, I can check. Okay, here's where I go through the slides. He is holding the thingy. Those two are... I don't know why they remind me of the Blackbridge people, and also the people on that map at the bottom holding boxes. Everything just feels like the box curse. What? Oh, I was going through them for a second time. Sir, what? There it is, okay. Okay. Nuance is definitely here in the background at the end of the war. They don't feel martial though. But they did join in the war, but Arch Ares also joined in the war, but they're industrial. But I'm almost positive here. Oh, I have so much stuff up. Almost positive. Did I try martial? I don't even know if I tried it. And then clear? Or windy. Definitely aviation and you. No. Moat. Weather. God, I have to remember every time. It like stops right there. It makes a sound, but it doesn't move sometimes. Okay. There we go. Whew. Okay. I was about to go through every moat and do this nonsense for each one, because I don't know for sure if it was supposed to be windy or clear, and I didn't know if it was supposed to be, well, it's definitely aviation. Green is very, very, very clear, but martial only half makes sense. It doesn't seem like a good identifier for their nation itself. Like industrial makes way more sense, but we don't really know that much about Nuance, I guess. They had blimps. That's it. That's all we really know, as far as I know. Yeah, look at this city. This is a metropolis. I should have tried that. Although we didn't even know about expansion or anything like that. This is literally a skyscrapers. Oh. Okay, I'm taking a picture of this one. I don't know what button I just hit. Oh, I took an in-game screenshot. Oh. Uh-oh. Dirigiblocks mentioned. By far, my favorite realm I visited during this trip, which means you've definitely seen a few of them then. But I have always had a penchant for technology and am less moved by the beauty of nature than others. The soot-filled streets and soaring skyscrapers here are just as stirring to me as the mountains of Kararika or the beaches of Morajai. Okay, Nuance is definitely after those two. And perhaps I am just letting my childhood love of dirigiblocks compromise my objectivity. From the shops I have visited, it seems the series is just as popular here as it is back home. Speaking of home, as I look across the Eastern Sea, I can almost see its shores. I never thought I would miss the sights of red flags. That sounds like you're heading back to Fen Ares from here. Okay. Okay. My keyboard is like under. It's down on a lower platform here, so I can't actually see the print screen button. Just look like an old person trying to reach for it. The puzzle boxes became just as popular in the air hangars of Nuance as they had in the ports of Morajai. Green tiles were introduced with an ability that allows them to instantly jump across the board, representing the ease with which air travel conveys its cargo. And when green tiles are pressed, that tile swaps with the opposite on the far side. Oh, okay. Well, I got to turn these orange into green. Gotcha. So to do that, swap. 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 There. Nope. I might have done that wrong. I need to do that. Shit. I need the orange in the middle when I do this. What if I do that? Okay, now you're green. Awesome. How would I get you over there? I could go like this, and then that, and then you're going to turn green. There we go. Move you over. I could swap you over, but that's not going to do anything. How do I get you up here? I could swap a green into the second row, and that would do nothing. That would just screw over the green. I need to move you. I need to move you. So if I do that, move you up. I need to move you over. I could just go like, no, I couldn't. Swap. Swap. Perfect. Awesome. Whew. What a weird puzzle. God, I love these little boxes. I don't know why. I have 79 allowance now. And with that, we have all the information we should need. We have all the sigils here. Very cool that they threw them on here, just like the letters. And that maid's chamber is actually open, I believe. What do you think? Yeah. Yeah, the mechanarium opened the west lever. Okay. Oh. Oh. Trophy of Sigils. I kind of forgot you were going to be a trophy. Oh, hell yeah. Thank you. Do you add anything to the floor? Okay. I guess we're done here.